The most comprehensive underground factory builder just added steel production. Holy cow. This is Mine Mogul. This is also brand new map, or relatively new map. It's a fairly large area that we've got to play around with here, which is kind of nice. Okay, first objective is to pick up the pickaxe. Let's go and get this sorted. I need to put you down, there we go, and that will allow me to interact with a whole bunch of different elements around the world. Brilliant. We can now mine some rocks and get our factory started. First order of the day is to do exactly what the game says. Oops. And get ourselves a little bit of iron into the hopper over here, which is going to presumably take it back up to the surface, and more importantly than that, make me a whole bunch of money. Next thing that we need to do is purchase a couple of tools from this computer system thing over here. There's a lot of stuff that we can choose from, including conveyors and auto miners, all of which we are going to be getting to in due course. But for now, we are going to nab ourselves a magnet. A magnet is going to allow us to hopefully manipulate coal and iron. I keep pressing the wrong button there. It's going to allow me to manipulate a whole bunch of resources a lot more succinctly and a lot more easily. For example, if I go and destroy a bunch of these deposits around the world here, boom, happy days, look at that, looking amazing. And what I can do is I can just hold down the right mouse button, and what do you know, we are able to pick up all of these rocks, I guess, stick them in there, and fantastic. That is pretty much half of our objective done in just one fell swoop. Alright, I'm going to do a bunch of additional mining here. There's a little bit of exploring that I want to get to. What is this box here? We can bash it open and get a single bit of iron. Well, that's not really particularly useful. That's fine, though. I'm going to do a little bit of mining. We're going to get our objective done, and then we are going to see what is next on the cards for us. Also, it's not lost on me that this objective is called I Love the Shaft. Yes, that is absolutely not lost on me. This is a pretty juicy load. I think that should be enough. I hope it's going to be enough. Also, was there an iron ingot in there? I think there was a couple of juicy resources in there. There's clearly some other stuff that I'm just picking up but not really caring about. Anyway, let's get to the auto mining immediately. We can also pick this lantern up, which is going to allow me to see a little bit better. Oh, interesting. Interesting. More crates. Anyway, let's interact with you. What do I need to get? The auto miner. Boom. Let's do it. Amazing. That is absolutely what I would like to do. Let's pick up said auto miner right here. And let's see if we can try and get it placed down, I guess, on top of an iron deposit. Now, this is the first time that I have checked out this map. It's pretty dark at the moment, apart from that big old light shaft coming down here. However, there are a couple of new resource deposits that I really want to get to. In fact, it looks like there's quite a lot of resource deposits around our immediate sort of starting area. I think this is the one for me. 93% iron ore. It's going to mean that we get a bunch of iron ore sort of straight away. It's automatically going to start working, which is brilliant. And we got a 93% chance that iron ore comes out, 4.3% chance that crushed iron comes out, or, dare I suggest, an emerald gem at 2.7%. The difference between iron ore and crushed iron, it's literally just a little bit smaller. That's fine. Anyway, we need to nab ourselves 50 of the iron in order to unlock the ore crusher, which I am very interested in doing. There we go, get you in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit more resource harvesting so that we can hopefully get ourselves another auto miner, this time to place on a coal deposit. Right, well, good news. I've completed the objective to throw in 50 iron ore. That will allow us to get the ore crusher, which I don't think I actually want to get quite yet. I think I want to nab another one of these bad boys first. Ore crusher is what we're going to need to purchase next, but I think it's more important that we get, yeah, this sucker organized right here. So this is going to give me a 94% chance that we get ourselves some coal ore, a little bit of crushed coal as well. I think, honestly, just getting the basics down, just having a few more auto miners would be great. If I take my little lantern out here, let's go and have a little bit of an explore whilst these auto miners are doing their thing. Is that copper? That certainly looks like copper. There's a... Ooh, okay. There's a mine over here for sale. There's a crate over here that has got a couple of iron bars in it. I will yoink those. Can I take him back? How do I get up here? Very simply is the answer to that. Where did my... There we go. Where did my iron bars go? So these are what we are going to try and build towards. We're not quite there yet, but it will allow me to get a little bit of extra cash if we sacrifice them to the meat grinder, which I will be happy to do. Let's go and check out anything else up here. I mean, there's a... Ooh, okay, this is interesting. So in that minecart over there, we have got ourselves another one of these... Oh, is that copper? We got ourselves another one of these iron bars. We've also got a drill bit. Now, this drill bit is going to come in handy in the future, and I'm going to start stockpiling them, I think, over here. Yeah, I've already found one, so we'll just add a second one over there for now, and that should be fine. Yeah, let's also just nab a couple of these as well. We might as well. Man, I really want to get... I want to get some good cash flow so that we can start actually making this area look... Ooh. Look bright and light. Can I plunge this plunger? I sure can. Whoa, that was dangerous. Did nobody do a risk assessment before blowing that up? Oh, look at this. Yeah, there's loads of goodies here. Lots and lots of iron bars in a lot of chests. I suspect that some of these resource deposits are going to be for copper. What the heck is that? I don't know what that is. Ooh. Ooh, that's really interesting. I don't know. I have no idea what that is. I almost kind of want to take that to one side. But you know what? For now, we're just going to try and... Can I... This seems like a really, really not sensible thing to do. Let's smash up all of these boxes. Let's... I really want to know what this is. That might be something to do with steel. I'm not sure. Smash up all these boxes, yoink all of the contents, and we will grab all of the contents and bring them back. Oh, look at that. Gems, gems, gems. Bring them all back to the... bring them all back to the hopper. Sacrifice them all. Even this thing, whatever this thing is. Yeah, see, that's so curious, isn't it? I don't even know what it is. Right. Now that all of the boxes have despawned... Take them all back. Also, I seem to have picked up some mechanical component. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Right. Can I just have a little drop here? What's going on? So this is an explodey box. Does this sell? I'm not sure if it does actually sell. Let's test it out. Let's test it out. So we can pick it up individually, throw it in there. Yeah, we absolutely can sell it. Nice. Let's also pickaxe these blocks, because I think we get more for the unfiltered. I really want to know what that is. But you know what? Now's not the right time. Let's throw it on in. You know what? Part of me just wants to... Part of me wants to keep one. Let's keep one just in case. Oops. Where'd you go? Okay, maybe it got eaten. That's fine. Anyway, enough about that. Who cares? We'll find more, I'm sure, over the course of time. Right, so let's get ourselves an ore crusher, and this is where we can start to automate a whole bunch of stuff. Also, we can check out the tech tree. Very nice. And the quest tree, I suppose. Scavenger hunt. Deposit copper ore, deposit gold ore, deposit a single broken drill bit. And that will give me the jackhammer. Faster than a pickaxe can break ore into crushed pieces. Interesting. I will add that to my list. Research-wise, we don't have any research points at the present moment. A mining helmet, that seems like it would be super good for me to get. I've got this thing here. This is the ore crusher, isn't it? Let's not mess with this pile. Okay, I got a lot of money. I got a lot of opportunities. Let's see what we can do. So, ore crusher works very, very simply. All we need to do is supply resources in at the top, and it is going to put out crushed resources at the bottom here. That is perfect. The problem with this larger map is that we have got a lot of space to fill. So I'm going to need to get a lot of straight conveyors. I'm going to need to get a couple of sloped conveyors. I'm going to need to get a couple of corner conveyors. And probably more straight conveyors. Let's just buy as many as we possibly can. That is going to be, yeah, quite a numerous amount. And dare I suggest, probably not even the required number to make this work. Right, what we need to probably organize first. Let's, yeah, let's... Where did my lamp go? I pressed G on my lamp. I don't know where it went. Anyway, that kind of doesn't matter. Let's move all of this over here for now. We will come back to that pile in just a second. Let's yoink ourselves number 5. There we go. And let's see how high we need to go. Not that high, actually. A totally reasonable height. We don't currently have any mechanism for sorting resources out, which means that if we do have, as in this instance, a couple of gems, we're not going to be able to stop them from getting crushed. I think that's just the cost of doing business, at least early on, although I might be able to get enough to buy a sorter. That would be kind of nice. Ore crusher, mining, building. Where is it? A sorter. Yeah, a sorter conveyor is $100. Okay, if there's a gem here... There's not a gem here. Not yet, anyway. But that's okay. Look at this. Anyway, it's working. It's working. It's working. Let's think about how we want to do this. We probably want to sort. We probably want to sort, then crush. Yeah. This is not a great way of doing this. Let's put those crushed iron chunks into there. Let's remove you up. Take you up there. And let's sort. You know what? If I'm gonna do the job, I might as well do it right first time, right? And the good news is we are still perfectly able to do something like this. Nope, this is not how this thing works. This is not how this thing works at all. The way that this thing works is coming through the back. Yeah, we should do that over here. So we take this. We do this. Here we go. And then what we want to do is we want to put a gem in here, and then the gem will just... Yeah, the gem will be spat out to the side. I don't have a gem as a reference at the moment, but this is actually... This works out really, really well, because it means that we can put all of this in there. Yoink that. All in here. All back onto the belts, and let's get that all processed. Fantastic. Okay, so everything should be going forward. Look at that. Everything is working as it should. Perfect. I need to be on the lookout for a gem. If we get a gem, the gem goes in the basket, and everything else is diverted outwards. Fan-flippin-tastic. Let's get everything going forward. For now, all that we really care about is getting it into this hopper. It's not optimal to be doing this. Obviously, we want to be processing it. We want to be turning it into... more valuable ingots. However, we do not have the ability to do that at the moment, and I need to deposit... Oh, I just heard a gem go smash in the crusher. Such a sad situation, but that's okay. That's going to be my example gem, and the example gem goes in the top there. Boom, everything that comes out is going to work. It's going to work perfectly now. Cool. Get that all on there. If it doesn't all fit, then we'll just pick it back up and put it back on. We are kind of limited. There is a capacity issue here. But I am completely content just to let that go forward. And damn the consequences. Who cares? Right, let's get this belt finished off. I need to order a few more bits and pieces. Let's order as many conveyors as I can. $160 worth of conveyors. That should be plenty to get us across the line. There we go. Marvelous. The good news is that it won't take too many to get here. Have I overcooked that a little bit? I have indeed. Totally fine. Let's go up by 2. And then across by 1. Sure, I guess it doesn't necessarily have to go up, but I guess we'll make it go up. Because that's the resources that I have on me at this present moment. Cool. Looking very, very good indeed. So we need 400 crushed iron in order to nab that reward. We still need to deposit 120 coal. Well, I'll tell you what. We can almost certainly do that in maybe not one sweet swoop like this, but we'll get pretty darn close, and also we're going to get an absolute ton of flipping money. Let's let that all go down. Let's pick everything back up. Let's put it all back in. We are kind of limited at capacity here, but who cares? Amazing. We did it. Okay, gem collector. We need to deposit 3 diamond gems, and we need to deposit an emerald gem in order to nab ourselves a polishing machine. That's fine. So a blast furnace is what we need. Is what we need to get next. We also need to deposit copper ore, which unfortunately I have already deposited. I've not deposited any gold ore. I can do one of the drill bits. I am curious about this jackhammer. Let's go and get you sold. How much is that going to yoink me? Like $3.50. It's not a lot of money, to be honest. But I'm not really complaining. Let's get that magnet in there. Brilliant. Okay, we've already started to get some gems out. I can put this gem, in fact, these 2 gems, on this conveyor, because we know that it's going to go straight on into the, there we go, straight on into the bin over there, and that will get me at least a little bit of progress towards that gem collector objective, which is perfect. Right, in terms of the next objective, crushed iron is going to happen over the course of time. How can I expedite that? It's probably not with an ore analyzer. A hammer quickly deconstructs place buildings. I don't think I need it, to be honest. What we're going to need to get is we're going to need to get some more auto miners. We absolutely categorically need more auto miners. And ideally, we want to set them up in proximity to the infrastructure that we already have set up. So, can I rotate you? No, you're determined to stay in that configuration, which is, I gotta be honest, a little bit annoying. But that's fine. If that is what it is, then that's fine. Right, give me a few conveyors. Give me a few sloped conveyor ledges as well. I don't have any need for any conveyor ledges, but that's fine. More straight conveyors. Just get me the maximum amount that I can buy. We've not yet set up a coal processing line. I do kind of want to have a different coal processing line from an iron processing line. Is this a good time to do it? Kind of, I think. So this is going to be for iron crushing. And then we should probably have a similar setup for coal crushing as well. Let's bring you out here. Yeah. I mean, I need $100 in order to get crushed coal. Also, can I just check? We don't need to do any other things with coal. We're fine with that. Okay. Get that in there. Put you on the belts. That's fine. We don't really care about how quickly it gets there. We only need a little bit of cash. Also, let's... Why was that all off there? Maybe the end of the belt was located in that location. That's fine. So, let's get a sorter. Brilliant. And here's what we want to do. We want to sort... we want to sort iron. We want to do coal crushing over here. We're going to need $200 for that. So, you know what? Let's just put this all in here because I need a little bit more money anyway. We're going to want to... Yeah, we're going to want to sort... This is such a dirty source. That's the problem. Not exactly ideal. Here's what I think we want to do. We want to move this back. We want to sort the gems out to this side. We want to get coal crushing set up in this vicinity. And we want to sort the coal from the iron, and we want the iron to come onto this line, and we want the iron to be crushed there. It's a little bit of a faff, but I'm going to go and set it up off camera now, so that we can, so that we can have a little look at what's going on after I get done. Right, I'll catch up with you in just a second. Well, it's pretty rudimentary, but I think it will do. We've got a sorter here that sorts coal out to the right-hand side, and then we merge all of the iron onto this source. The gems kick out to the left now, and we crush our iron up, move it all along this way, and that is great. Now, if we're building a blast furnace, it's going to be really important that we have a separate coal belt and a separate iron belt, so absolutely getting ahead of the curve on that one is important. What I also can now do is, now that we've got a, well, I guess, relatively clean coal source, that being this over here, we can probably set up this. I don't have any way of testing for the diamonds that are going to be coming out of here, which is a little bit suboptimal. I might adjust this. I might adjust this as we go. But you know what? For now, let's just leave it. We'll sacrifice... I need 3 diamonds, don't I? Is there a chance of diamonds coming out of here? there's a 0.1% chance that they come out of there. So that's not exactly decent. Oh, we finished our objective. Blast furnace is good. Blast furnace is in progress. Purchase the blast furnace. That's the active quest. Okay. And also, apparently, we've got the opportunity to get some research. Dev test. Don't want to do that. A shaker table. Shaker table with water jets. Input coal for a chance to find rubies or crushed coal for diamonds. That's super cool. A supports wrench. Toggle supports and pillars or conveyors. Interesting. Sorter basket lid to stop the resources coming out of the top. That seems amazing. Ingot straightening. A simple low-capacity conveyor for straightening ingots. Or a mining helmet. I kind of think... Basic cannon conveyor. I've used this before. It's not great. Walled conveyor, basic rollers, a hopper, basic scaffolding. Honestly, give me the mining helmet. I know that might be the most sort of like boomer, boring response possible, but I unironically, which isn't a word, I know, think that it is probably the best. Give me a mining helmet. Yep, 200 bucks. Absolutely hope that it's going to be... Take. How do I toggle? How do I toggle it on? Drop it? Take? How do I do this? Having this item in your inventory allows you to press C to toggle the headlamp. Oh, it's just active? Oh, cool. It's just active even though I don't have it in my hand. That's fine. Okay, let's get this coal belt set up so that we can get a little bit more coal processing. I say a little bit more coal processing. We don't really have that much coal processing. I haven't yet determined how we're gonna do diamond sorting. To be honest, that kind of feels like a problem for a future potato. Let's go and grab a whole bunch of additional belts. Blast furnace as well. How much is a blast furnace going to cost me? Let's have a little look. Blast furnace, 400 bucks. You know what? Let's buy it now so that I can actually just see. So, I think you just require the iron. Let's try it. Let's try. I can actually do this. There we go. Crushed iron, by the way, not any old regular. That's embarrassing. Not any old iron, proper crushed iron. Let's go and nab the smelts ore into ingots. That's exactly what we're after. Sloped conveyors. I'll take a couple, and I'll take as many of those as I can as well. Straight conveyors, slope conveyors, all of the above. Yes, please. Okay, how's that looking? It's looking like we're going to have some coal on the belt, which is absolutely not what I want, because if we have any contamination, then we will have slag. Any contamination, yeah, see, look at a little bit of coal there. That is going to cause slag. Anyway, at this rate, we got loads and loads of iron coming out, and that is great. I don't know what it sells for, but it's going to sell for more. I mean, we're at $5 at the moment. Let's see what this nets us. 5. Yeah, okay, like 20 bucks. Like 21 bucks, in fact. That's really good. That's a slag ingot. So, not good there. I'm going to just replace this with 3 regular... whoops. There we go. 3 regular bits of belts so that we can get our slightly better bit of belts. So this isn't fully looking good. It's not polished yet, but that's okay. We'll get that sorted in a little bit. Let's see. I want to get iron. I want to get this coming through here. Can we... that's a bit of an annoyance. I can always do this, and then we can lip this. So we take that, and then we lip this here, and then that'll go, and basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build in mind of this output here and this output here, because we can't rotate them. So that's going to be something that we need to account for. I need 500 bucks, basically, in order to make everything work. I still need to figure out how we're going to do the sorting. And you know what? I think what we're going to do, here's what we're going to do. We're going to rework this. I still like this location in general, but I want to make sure that we get a little bit more space to play around with. So let's nab, where is it? Where is it? The sorter. Yeah, let's grab the sorter. Fantastic. And let's grab a bunch of additional conveyors as well. So here's my plan, folks. Here is my plan. We're going to have a single unified... I guess actually it could be here. Yeah. I mean, or it could be at the backside. Doesn't really matter. We're going to have a single unified input belts. Actually, it should be here. Take this up. Yeah, we're going to have a single unified input belts. And where do we want that coming in from? This angle. Yeah. We want an input belt coming in from here. So we're going to reroute this around the back. And then the outputs of the gems are going to come out, spat out that way. That's the plan anyway. How is this all going to work? It's going to require a little bit more building. It's going to require a little bit more belts. And it's going to take a little bit more money. But it's fine. We can get there. Right. A few modifications. And I just wanted to push this all back a little bit so that we've got a little bit more space to play around with on this sort of main buildable area. This is a very empty area at the moment, but I suspect it's going to get filled in quite rapidly. That is a belt that is going in the wrong direction. But, you know, you can kind of see... You can kind of see the point of what I'm trying to do here. It's designed to be scalable. It's not really scalable at the moment because there's not really much there at the moment, but you can hopefully see the grand design of what will come. So let's get this out to there. Is that all in line? That looks pretty good to me. And let's place this all backwards. It's fine. It's not like Factorio or anything where you have to place everything the correct way around. You can walk backwards and build. And let's get this all set up. Let's get this all set up, this all set up, and this all set up. Nice. So we still have not yet had a gem. A diamond. Specifically a diamond. So that's not ideal, but that's the cost of doing business. That's the cost of doing business. Right, for now, for the coal, the crushed coal that is, we're just going to send it. We're just going to send it down the belts. We're going to just put it into the hopper. We're just going to get those extra resources. Absolutely, that's what I'm going to do. We just have to hope that we come across a diamond at some point. That mining helmet is really not doing as much as I was hoping it would do. I feel like lights in video games very rarely do what I hope they're going to do, which is actually provide a modicum of light. Right. There we go, and there we go. So, priorities. Priorities, priorities, priorities. We still need to deposit a few more gems. Yep, we need 3 diamond gems, and we currently have 0. The way that we can fix that is not by getting lucky, it is by increasing our odds. The way that we increase our odds, thank you, is by building more auto mines. That is really what we're after. How's this looking? This is looking not good, to be honest. This is looking really, really unprofessional. Almost as if this isn't a workable solution. This sorter better go. Better go. Let's knock that out there. Still no sign of a diamond. I was really hoping that we would find a diamond at some point along this process. But you know what? The good news is that we're still getting a lot of money, which is great, and I can continue to get this all loaded up here. Maybe there's a little bit of spillage, but you know what? A little bit of spillage is bound to occur. Absolutely bound to occur. Okay, after we get done with that, what I really need to do is just try and increase as much as I possibly can. I think my iron mining. I think that's what we really need to do. And I think this is probably going to occupy a little bit of my off-camera time here, because I need to get more mines. What do we got over here? We've got an iron ore mine there. We've got an iron and coal ore mine there. Well, you know what? Let's get this set up. Let's immediately plumb this into my design here. Let's get... We need to bypass this smeltery now. That's fine. Absolutely fine. Let's get the gems in there. Fantastic. That's good. That'll give me enough money to get another one of these suckers, another one of these auto mines. And honestly, just give me more conveyors. Just give me as many conveyors, many straight conveyors as we possibly can afford. Which is, as it turns out, not that many. So, what we want to do is we want to be feeding... I mean, this is a mixed... I really don't love this mixed coal-iron source. It's It's really not good. This one is easy to deal with because we just bang it into our existing infrastructure over here. Yeah. Wow, that did not go far. Yeah, so we just bang this one into this infrastructure over here. That's easy enough for us to do. We'll be able to get that done fairly lickety-split. What have we got over here? Have we got any sign of copper? I mean, if I need to get... no. If I need to get copper, where am I going to get it? Is it going to be up here? Could very well be. Could very well be. Right, let's not worry about that then. Let's get a guaranteed output that we know is going to contribute to my wealth. Sure. All right. Let me accumulate a little bit of money. I'm going to get a few more auto mills in a couple of key strategic locations. Maybe purchase a little bit of light as well, which would be brilliant. Hopefully at some point I will find a diamond, and that'll go in the top here so that we can start accumulating a little bit of diamondage. But I'll catch up with you in a bit. Well, I've only gone and done it. I've created a monster. So this is my iron currently. Only iron, well, and a little bit of gemmage, but my iron supply run. It's going to come this way, which is fine. However, at this point, it's going to split coal out. This is, of course, not for this specific belt. It's for the next belt. And then basically what we're going to do is as we run iron from the coal sort over here, we're going to run coal back along this way, and we're going to go and drop it out on the coal route. So I think this is going to be kind of like a cool little, you know, each goes kind of one way sort of thing. And if we put this in here, then we can sort out coal. Now, gems are still going to come through here, be sorted out in this direction. I still have yet to find, I mean, I've sorted out diamonds so that they come down this way, just in case, emeralds, just in case they happen to come down this way. They'll go the same way as iron, and they'll still be sorted out over there. I don't know what we're going to do about diamonds. I mean, I need to put a diamond in here, and then I guess I'll be sorting out diamonds over here as well. Maybe this will be my gem sortation facility. I'm not exactly sure. Either way, I am making an absolute ton of money right now. It's all automated. It is all feeling really, really good. And in fact, I am going to get all of these components. We're going to put them back up on this belt. Oh, it's another gem. Nice. Put them up on that belt over there. Let him sort of filter out just one more time. There we go. And then I'm going to take him and I'm going to dump him into the bin right over there. I cannot believe that I still have not been able to find a diamond. That is absolutely crazy. And again, fantastic. We do need a hopper or something to sort of control all of this overflow. It's not looking good. Also, I'm thinking that it's about time that we address that elephant in the room. And by elephant in the room, I mean the scavenger hunt in the room that is still undone. We're making good money through iron, and I'm happy with that. I think our sort of response has got to be, let's go and get 2, 3, 4 auto miners. Let's just go buy them. Let's see if we can hook them up with minimal sort of effort and resource. So there we go, and an edge. Are you kidding me? I don't have an edge. I've lost my edge. I've lost my edge, apparently. That's fine. Give me the... where is it? There we go. Not the edge, the ledge. We like ledging. We don't like edging. Words to live by there, folks. Words to live by. We like ledging. We don't like edging. Cool. So, you should all work. Obviously, there's lots of detritus just littering the ground at the moment, but that's kind of the cost of doing business, I'm afraid. The only other thing that I do need to do is I need to make sure that I get a tiny little bit of coal. Yeah. Excuse me? Where are you? Yeah, I need a tiny little bit of coal here, because if there is any little coal, we want to... Nope. We want to be able to feed that around as well. There we go. Good. Hopefully none of that stuff has been contaminated. Don't think so. This is okay. This is okay for now. We have a solution to this in the form of a splitter. But you know what? I'm not going to get distracted. Copper ingots, absolutely copper ingots are important. copper ore, gold ore, all of that stuff is what I am after. Is there anything else in here? Oh, there's copper ore right over there. Anything else in here? No, don't think so. But I will deposit the one singular bit of copper ore into the bin over there, and that will count towards my little progress. Very nice. Okay. What's going on over here? That's exactly what I'm looking for. That's going to be 3 bits of copper. Marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. This is the area that we've already been to, which is fine. Let's take this out. Is this the area that I've already been to? These are looking pretty darn good. I don't know where we're going to find the gold, though. There is definitely going to be gold somewhere. As of yet, TBD. The other thing that I might want to consider is I've got these 4 drills on me right now. What I could just do, I mean, this is a coal source. This is a copper ore source. Copper ore source. I think I might actually just place these 3 in here. Now, that might seem like a totally insane thing to do, but I'm kind of just going to set it and forget it for now, right? Like, we do have an objective to get the copper ingots. I realize that. That is, we're not going to make much progress on that until we actually get a copper production set up. But if I just build up I need to go up that way and check. I will check that out, but I'm not going to do it right now. If I go up that way, and if I just let those drills do their thing for a little bit, then I will have all of the copper ore in the world to play around with. So that's going to be good. Okay, that'll get me across the line for copper. I really would like this jackhammer. This jackhammer whip, which I believe stands for work in progress, which is completely fair. Right, what do we got? Let's smash up you. A gold bar. Well, I'm afraid no, I'm going to save that for jackhammering. That's prime jackhammer territory. Good. No sign of nothing in there. What is this? Oh, that's the other... That's that sneaky resource that I'm just not sure about what that stuff is. Okay, well, you know what? Let's not spoil it for ourselves. That looks like gold ore. How much gold ore did I need? 8. This is the other side of the cavern. Oh, this is the up top of the cavern. Okay. I'm not a million miles away from where I was. No, nothing of interest around here. I did manage to purchase a few... Oh. Nice. A drill bit. A pipe. Okay. For sale 5,000. You know what? Let's not sweat the small stuff. I don't need to worry about that right now. It looks like gold is this way. In fact, it looks like there's a lot of gold this way. Looks like there's heckin' gold that way. Right. Yoink all this. Yoink all this. This should be enough to make my objective complete. I will go this way, and I will pick up all of the extra stuff. Fantastic. Beautiful. We got a gold bar there as well. Very nice. I'm gonna sequester that pipe. I would like that one. I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it in my little drill pile. Speaking of drill bits, do I have any drill bits? Yeah, there's a drill bit over here that has escaped. It's very prone to rolling, which is eminently believable, I'm sure. Right, more money, please. I would like more money, please, and I would like to complete an objective, which is going to be fantastic. Brilliant. Get that done. So, quest is available. What have we got? Coal Crusher is available. Deposit crushed coal. I will activate that. There's no reason not to, as far as I'm concerned. Gem Collector. I still need those flippin' diamonds. I can't believe it. I cannot... Did I just hear a diamond? I just heard a diamond get crushed in there, man. I literally just heard a diamond get crushed in there. Do you know what? I actually can't afford not to have diamonds. I need at least one diamond to stop missing the other ones. So I'm gonna stop feeding them in. What have we got up here? Also, what the heck is that? That looks like a bigger mine than I'm... Let's jump up here. Looks like I'm able to build a bigger mine, more advanced mine, perhaps. Iron ore. Yep, we'll do that. Ooh. Okay. Diamond, please. Diamond. Is that diamond? Come on. I can't get in there. Get in there. Is that actually... That looks like... That is a diamond. which is nice. I'm delighted that we've at least got one. That's good news. We need a second, though. We do need a second. I will put the diamond in... What the heck is... Where the heck did you go? Oh, please tell me I've not lost it somewhere on the way. It's there. It is there. It is there. Okay. Good. Let's get this diamond in here. Also, I've got the magnet now on resources not in baskets mode, which is so unbelievably sensible. Really should have toggled that on before. I need this to be in here, and then I need another one up there. So I'm going to need two. That's fine though. We can wait until there's a second one. I need two, and then that's going to allow me to sort things out. I've got that mine up there. Do I want to get that connected up now? I think I kind of do. The good news is it's going to be a very, very easy connection for us to make. We just need to get over here. Are we going to have a ridiculously cool drop? Yeah, you bet you we are. Okay. I think that should be fine. No, one more. I don't know how much forward momentum is going to be carried on this ingot here. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, so like probably like 50% of the time it'll be fine. Yeah. 50% of the time it works every time. Also, that's another diamond up there. I see. That's good. That's good. So yeah, we cannot mine this yet. That is not mineable. That's fine though. We're doing good. There's no way that all of this is gonna go on the belt. No, not a chance. You know what? Let's maybe reduce the height a little bit. I think that's a good compromise. Does that even matter? I don't know. I do not know. I feel like it does. What the heck? Where did that go? I tell you what, I bet it was into that crusher over there because we don't have another diamond to go in here yet. So, yeah, if we've got a diamond, it'll just get crushed up and smashed. Bummer. Okay, copper ingots. I am going to start the process. Actually, tell you what, let's go and look at our research. We've got a little bit of... We've got some research points. A shaker table, coal ore, chance to find rubies, crushed coal or diamonds. I don't think I care about that, to be honest. Sorter basket lid, absolutely is good. Straightening conveyor, nah. Rapid auto miner, I'm interested in that. Walled conveyors, I'm also interested in that. Hopper, basic rollers. I mean, maybe the basic scaffolding. I mean, I know that sounds like a really boomer thing to do, but I think that's the best. I think that's the best that we can possibly hope for at this present moment. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so diamonds, we will eventually get a diamond here. Eventually, at long last. For now, however, what I am going to do is I'm going to conduct my most audacious project yet. Let's have a little inspection at what comes next. So, let's get all of this juicy goodness down here. And then let's actually go and do a little bit of mining. So this is gonna be crazy. So we've got coal, copper, and diamond and emerald coming out of this mine. So here's what I think we want to do. I think I want to zone my belt first. So let's get the belts in place here because I want to make sure that we can build it all. Ideally, I want to make sure that it doesn't interfere with anything. No, we need to take it right back. Take it right back to the wall. I want to make sure that I can still walk through here. And if I can, as a consequence, build belt a little bit faster, then that's wonderful by just walking backwards in a straight line. Perfect. I don't know if that's going to end up being a problem, so let me get it removed. And you know what? Let's build it at the other side. The other side of the line there. So we're going to take these resources out here. This is going to be my copper belts. Can I bring this above the computer like so? It was so close to being perfect, wasn't it? So close to being perfect. That's okay, though. We'll just bring it round. I need to curve it round anyway. Nice. Okay, this... I still have more patches over there. That's fine. Absolutely fine. This is where we're going to do our sortation. And we want to be able to sort out... I want to be able to sort... I'll buy a couple of these. Sure. And a couple more, a couple more, a couple more, a couple more. Anything else that I can get? Scaffolding. Oh yeah, I'm going to get some lamp poles as well. Absolutely the right thing to do. So, sorting. We want to be able to basically sort out... Oh yeah, let's get one of those right there. Perfect. That gives me so much more vision. We want to be able to sort out copper. Basically here. I'm also going to need to get a crusher. Yep. And a couple of those. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, not all of those bits of kit will be deployed instantly, but a lot of them will be. So, we're already at a good height, I think. Yes, we are. So we will come forwards, and we will ledge up. And this will be our crushed copper. The crushed copper will come out of here. And we will turn around corner like so. And then we will go up into... Actually, you know what? Let's go forward a little bit for reasons which will probably become clear. Like late... Where do I want to build? I want to leave as much space in the central area for iron as possible. That's what I really want to do. Because iron processing, we're going to need more of it. We're going to need more of it, like, very, very soon. Sure. That does not need to be in my hotbar. Cool. I'm going to need another one. So, let's be sensible. Put that there. And put that there. Yeah, so we're still going to need, like, a lot of other facilities around this area. Is there any way that we can maybe bring it back? Do I need this to be here? To be fair, this area down here is probably wasted space. Let's do the processing. I know I just built you, lamp. You're a good lamp. But I am going to do the processing a little bit closer to the edge here so that we can try and really sort of like eke out each and every bit of space that we've got. Right here. Here. Good. And then here, let's just double check that we can get a belt in there. That's kind of what I was worried about. It's fine. We take it back. We go again. It's fine. And this will work this time. Good. So here. And then elevate. Yeah, brilliant. And then we are going to build the crusher as close to the ground as we can. Here. That's where it has to be built. That's where it has to be built. Okay, take these bits up. Take these bits up. Take these bits up. Maybe I do want to get a hammer. Or whatever it's called. Nice. Okay, I think this is way better. I think this is way better. It does mean that we have to do yeah, a little bit of dodgy belting, but this would not be an Orbital Potato video if there wasn't dodgy belting. And I think personally that is better. And also, you know what we can do? We can rotate you around so that you output this way. And then we can just go straight up. Well, we don't want to go straight up. We want to have like a little bit of interstitial belt. Straight up, and into here. That does make the zoning of these three thingies a little bit more challenging, but that's fine. And for now, we're just going to output straight on into this sucker. Another little bit of dodgy belting, but I can absolutely assure you this will be temporary. Famous last words. Right. So, that's going to be our copper route. The reason that I've left all of this space here is because we're going to want to get multiple different blast furnaces, and we're going to want to have like splitters, which will split the resource. We want to make sure that we've got lots and lots of space to allow that to happen. Now, this is all fine. I've obviously not accounted yet for the fact that I need to make a coal belt, but that will be coming. Let's get this. Oh my lordy. We got a lot of rocks. We got a lot of rocks. Maybe that's a bit overkill, to be honest with you. Maybe that's a little bit overkill. Right, so you're going to come this way, you're going to come this way. Can we... I guess we have to go up. It's fine. Up, up. Up. Along. Down. And then keep it coming. There we go. Marvelous. And then it's just a case of linking up to my belt over here. Which should be quite an easy thing to do. If I can click the button in the correct location. There we go. Nice. I think I still missed a bit of belt. But that's fine. Oh, this game is so good. This game is so good. Is this the best underground factory builder that I've ever played? I think so, actually. Yeah, I think probably. I think probably. Right, that is very laggy, very messy, but that's fine. I am going to get a bit of coal. I'm going to run back. In fact, no, it doesn't need to be coal, does it? No, it does need to be coal. We need to sort out coal. We need to sort out the... I should do it the other way around. Hold on. Let's sort it out so that it only gives copper. Yeah, so we have this in here. That seems a lot more sensible. So we only... Ooh, here it comes. Here it comes. There we go. There we go. So we only allow copper to go forward. Sorry, we can sort copper out the side. Yeah, that's perfect. We'll also want to get the small bits of copper as well. Can I smash up? Can I smash up this to make a small bit of copper? No, I think that's what I need a jackhammer for. Which, ironically enough, I have not yet bought. Let's get that there. A little bit of an over... Yeah, a little bit of an oversupply issue. Not good, but hey, look at that. We're going to be making copper ingots, like, real quick, which is good. Can I buy a jackhammer? Yes, I can buy a jackhammer. I absolutely can buy a jackhammer, and I have not done it yet. Great. Do it. Okay, interact, take. Let's get this in. Let's get this into my... Oh yeah, look at that. Nice. Okay, we're maybe going to use that instead of the axe now. I kind of dig that. I kind of dig that. Also, let's just get a little bit more stuff through here. I need a wall here. I need a walled conveyor. I need something to stop this all coming off the rails. At low capacity, it won't matter. At high capacity, it absolutely will matter. The good news is that's us well on our way towards a rolling mill. That's perfect. Crushed coal. Yep, we're gonna get the crushed coal situation sorted as well soon. Is there any way to do this that doesn't avoid a big long belt? Tell you what we could do. I mean, I've got to build these 2 more mines here, right? I've got to build 2 more auto mines. Let's buy 3 just to be on the safe side. Oops. Go throw that in there instead. Yeah, let's see what the sources of these are, because I think they're coal-y. Iron ore, coal ore. Okay, that's fine. So we do need to get sort of like all of this. I think the belt that we want to connect it to is this one here. So look at this. There's got to be a diamond in here somewhere. There's got to be a diamond in the rough. There's got to be a diamond in the rough. I simply do not believe... A 0.3% chance and a 0.1% chance. Okay, maybe there's not a diamond in the rough. There's got to be a diamond here somewhere. I actually can't tell. There is, however, an option. I can get up to here. Okay, yeah, I can get up to here. I can go this way. Yep. I should have done this earlier, but it's fine. That's why my production of resources has not been as high as it should be. But I can get this. I can take it over to here. And I can get that right in there. And that will allow us to sort out everything that we could possibly need to get sorted out. So, with that in mind, let's absolutely... Well, first of all, let's get some light over here. Let there be light. Beautiful. I can't even aim at the location that I want to aim at because there's so much junk in the way. Well, that's fine. We'll certainly... Nope. There we go. Much better. Okay, look at that. It's looking marvelous. So, if it's now... We've now got the ability to fix pretty much every issue, I think. There's a little bit of walling that needs to take place. There's some belts that are over capacity. The sorter is not doing a fine job. It's doing a mediocre job, I gotta be honest. And I honestly, sincerely doubt that it's going to be able to keep up with all of the demands, the extra demands that I want to throw at it. But... you know what? I think this is fine. I think this is fine. I think this is, by and large, completely fine. Okay, the copper belt needs to get sorted. The copper belt... It's not the copper belt, really. It's the iron belt. This is going to take iron, coal, and everything else basically this way. So we're going to go up, we're going to go up, we're going to go up, and we're going to go at a stupidly high height so that I don't interfere with anything which is going on down below. I just want to take it all the way out here. And honestly, I think I probably want... I've already got scaffolding. I probably want to get walls. Again, it feels like the most boring upgrade of all flippin' time. But I want to be able to contain some of the resources that I have here. Now, you are going to go the opposite way. You're going to go up this way. You're going to go up this way. You're going to turn, if we can. Yep, right there. And you're going to go out this way, and out that way. And that should be completely fine. And in the meantime, you are going to come this way. This is where I sincerely worry for the capacity of the sorter at the other side that is doing all of the coal sorting. I just worry that we are going to be overloading it a lot. But you know what? It's fine. Right, a rolling mill from the computer shop. I have yet to do that, but it was more important that I get all of that sorted. Right, rolls ingots into plates. Absolutely want to grab one of these. And you know what? Happily, I have the space to make this happen. Right, let's take you up. Let's take you up. Let's do... to be fair, this could get moved back. Do I want to do that? I think I actually do. Let's move this right back. This is why we left all of this space out. There we go. And you know what? Take it back one more. And then we'll get one. And we'll get two. Blast furnace. Yep. Remove the sorter. That's fine. And right in there. Then we can go all onto the belt so that we can get even more resources. Fantastic. We will have a gap of 1. Gap of 1 just seems like the right thing to do. And then we will throw this right on into here. Brilliant. And that's all that we're going to need in order to make everything roll. And I don't know what the value of the rolled plates is, but it will be more than the iron ingots. So I will absolutely take that. It's looking good. Is there an iron plate stuck under there? There absolutely is. And I can't get rid of it. Nope. Can't get rid of it. There we go. Get out of there. Let you get down to the ground and then pick you up. Brilliant. There we go. Magically unstuck. Fantastic. So, yeah, iron plates... oh, no. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. What was that tool that allows me to get rid of the support wrench? How do I get the support wrench? Is that a bit of research? Turbo drill. Supports wrench. Yeah. I did not think that I would need this, but apparently I do. Apparently I need it desperately. Right, remove these supports. Cool. Remove, remove, remove. Remove, remove. What a life hack. What an absolute life hack. To be fair, I don't need any to be removed apart from the ones that were literally obstructing my only way of making money. Look at that, though. That's gonna be a hefty amount of money. So deposit iron plates, 20 iron plates. That's gonna happen super easily, like really easily. I got more iron plates here. I got more iron ingots coming through. We need 120 iron ingots, and I need copper plates as well. Do you know what? Let's buy another rolling mill. Let's buy another rolling mill. How can I get, if I go to conveyors, T-junction? Yeah, what's the research for the splitter? The T-junction is good. A merging conveyor. Yeah, let's get a conveyor blocker. Let's get a T-junction. That's all that we need in order to do some rudimentary splitting. Nice. I'll get a couple of scaffolds as well. A couple more of those light things. Another rolling mill. Ore analyzer. I don't really need the ore analyzer, to be honest with you. Let's purchase everything that we need. And then, yeah, let's see. So, this is why we need to split. And I think what we want to do... This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Yeah, we want to basically... take it back even further, I think. Yeah, take back. Let that sort of boil down, I guess. Is that the technical terminology? I think we want to be splitting right up at the top. So here's what I'm currently thinking. We get this here. We get this here. We go right up to the top. We get a splitter. We get rid of the support range because we don't actually need one. It's not a... This is not a smart splitter. This is a dumb splitter. That's not what I wanted to do. We get a dumb splitter, and we place it there. So half and half, roughly, will go to either area, which I think is a perfectly amicable solution. Let's go straight ahead. You know what? We could split again. Do I like that? I kinda do. I really like the idea of future-proofing this situation. Okay, let's remove all of this. And let's get this in here. This splitter, this one is going to get removed. It's going to get removed really quickly. I will... do I have the ability to build walls? I don't have the ability to build walls yet. I need one more research in order to get walls. Wood walls are 1 point. Do I have 3 diamonds? Maybe I've got a few diamonds here. Nope, I've got not a singular diamond. Wow, diamonds are rare AF, man. They are really, really rare. They are really, really rare. To be fair, we do have 1 diamond that is sitting up on the hill over there. And maybe... Well, there could be a countless number of diamonds that are under this pile over here, but... Can't really figure that out. Nor do I really want to. I don't care to. Just gonna leave it there. So, this is looking good, though. From what I've got, I like what I've got. I really like what I've got. Right, so you get picked up. Let's get a couple more T-junctions. Conveyor blocker we don't need. That's fine. T-junctions we do. Yoink that there. And yeah, it does mean that we need to facilitate the movement of that sucker, but that's fine. Happy to do that. And rotate this around. Pick this up. Put this all back there. What did we do? I don't know what we accomplished. We need to deposit copper plates. Oh yeah, I still need to do that. Yeah, this is marvelous. This is looking really, really good. You know what? Actually, why the heck not just build these additional things right now? This is... I like this. I like this setup a lot, you know? I really, really like this setup. This feels quite efficient. We are kind of capped at 4, though. I don't really know how we're going to increase capacity past 4. But it looks hella cool. So, I need to take you, I need to take you, I need to yoink all of these pieces, and I need to stick them right on into here, where they can comfortably be deposited, because that is part of our mission. Rolling mills. 50% of our output of iron is going to be rolled. The other 50% is not going to be rolled. Also, I need a merger. And I actually don't need a merger right now. To be fair, we can always just deal with that later. That in there. This looks messy as heck, man, but it's fine. It's fine. We're okay with this. Cool. And then this just goes right up here. And even if not all of it gets onto the belt, most of it should, right? Yeah, most of it. At a rate of like one occasional iron ingot coming through, most of it should. The rest, I think we want to just bring it round here. It looks, I don't know, it looks like, weirdly, most of my output is kind of getting pushed to the top furnaces, which, don't get me wrong, I'm very, very happy to see that. I don't really feel the need to amend that altogether too much. Let's maybe do this in a slightly more organized fashion. There we go. I feel like using an elevated lip onto a corner literally just defeats the entire point. But we kind of have to have a bespoke corner piece for this mill here. So that's kind of what we're going to have to do. Anyway, that's going to get me iron ingots. That's going to get me iron plates. We need... Oh, I did apparently get a gem in. Somewhere along the lines, I did have a diamond. That means if I grab this diamond here, I can basically complete 2 objectives. Ooh, here it comes. Here it comes. There we go. Or, well, I can get the gem collector, which will allow the unlocking of the polishing machine, which is great. But more importantly than that, it means that I don't have to worry about gems for a little while. Polishing machine is a very, very easy thing for me to deal with, because also we can get a quest unlocked. What do I want? Red gem. Unlock the shaker table in the research tree. Absolutely, I can do that. And purchase the polishing machine. Can I do both of those things? I think I can. Wood walls. I do want to get wood walls. But not now. Or overflow splitter. A large walled splitter useful for splitting large quantities of ore. Oh, yes. Wall merger, merging conveyor. All of these things are super useful for me. I'm very, very into this. Very, very into this indeed. Deposit 5 ruby gems. Sure. So, what is the shaker? The shaker table with water jets. Input coal ore for a chance to find rubies. Okay. I'll take it. I'll mess around with it. Conveyor blocker we don't need. Polishing machine. That was the other thing that I needed to get, wasn't it? Polishing machine. Let's grab that. So, polishing machine will just... Are we getting the appropriate amount of gems out of here? It looks like we are. Oh, there's a diamond. A rare diamond. A rare diamond find. Apparently, there was a diamond. Cool. Right. Let's get this over here, and let's just get this right on into here. I don't really need to mess around with this. That's a rolling mill. That's a rolling mill, you stupid idiot. That is a rolling mill, not a polishing machine. You haven't picked up the polishing machine. You got debated by a... yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. Hold on. Becomes dirty. What did it say? Becomes dirty if raw ores like coal pass through. Well, I don't think there's much of a chance of that happening, to be honest. Well, I hope not anyway. Sure. And we'll just leave this right over here. What did I do? I completed a quest. I don't know what I completed. It was the polishing machine. Polished gold. Deposit polished gold ingots. That's going to be a little bit of a challenge because we don't actually have it. Purchase the casting furnace. Ooh. Okay. I'm very interested in this. A casting furnace. How much does this cost? Casting furnace. It costs 32,000. That's steel, baby. That is steel. That is 100% steel. Okay, we're gonna need to get all of our gems polished if we want to make this all work. 2 research tickets, that'll be nice. That's good. I can polish everything in the output here, can't I? Oh, I must have completed the coal ore quest. Nice. Okay, let's slowly but surely start moving all of these resources onto here. Maybe not super rapidly, but there are a good number of gems that we want to play around with. This area is a mess, to be honest. This area is a mess. I I want to change this up. Here's what I want to do. I want to bring this coal ore. I want to bring this into the hopper at a slightly later point. It's a good thing that I have got my support wrench at the ready to delete these. Life hack style. Very nice. Oh, I can even delete the supports under like level 1 supports. That's kind of cool. Right. Nice. Let's do this. No. No. You go disappear. Right, so that goes there. And then this gets picked up. And then this will become a riser. I don't think that should be a problem. Yeah, it should be fine. Anyway, the point of me doing this is that it will allow me to get a polisher, probably in here. There we go. Polisher right about there. I'm not going to use a rolling plate this time. Made that mistake before. Polisher. So, this does not necessarily just have to be used for gems. It can be used, it's this one, I need to make sure. It can be used for ingots and plates too, I do indeed believe. So, let's go and put that to the test. There we go. A little bit of slag there. Don't know why there's slag coming through here. What the heck? Why is slag being produced? There should be no slag. Was there a mix-up? I don't understand how slag managed to get through this process. What's the issue here? Does this need to be fixed? Oh, I see. Did that become dirty? Did it become overloaded? Was it a bit of slag that went through there that ended up messing it up? I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, how the heck did slag get into that? How the heck did slag get into here? There should be no coal allowed in this vicinity. We don't filter for coal right here, but we filter for coal right there. And right there, so there should be no issues. Anyway, this is working like an absolute flippin' charm. This is working really, really well. So, gold ingots. We currently do not have any gold ingots. We'll work on that a little bit. Let's get that in there. But suffice to say, we are doing a significant amount of value add here with this polisher. Don't know what it is. Don't know what the prices are. Don't really care. Could probably check somehow. I think there is a way, but hey, it's more. Add that onto the belt there. Beautiful. Is that it? No, there's a little bit of slag here as well, which we'll just get there. Nice. And right on top. Good. Yeah, this is going to be busy, but it'll get the job done. Look at that. What a champ. What a champ this polishing machine is. Brilliant. Okay, so depositing copper plates. I've not yet done anything to do with copper plates, actually. This is... Actually, we don't have much copper. We don't have much copper coming through here at all. That's fine, though. I will just pick up 3... I don't even think it is 3. I think it's 2. It is 3. There we go. Pick up the copper. Turn it into plate form. As long as it gets around these corners here, which it absolutely should, that'll get us the rod extruder in no time at all. Shaker table. I have got the shaker table. We need to input coal ore. Coal ore is here. Aha, a diamond. Very nice. Very, very nice. Coal ore is here. Do I want to do something with this? I presume it can probably handle... This is so cool. This is so cool. I presume it can probably handle some other stuff. I presume it can probably handle small coal, but not maybe in very large quantities. Here's what I'm currently thinking. Let's take this up. Let's take this up. Let's take this up. Let's split this up at the top here. Let's bring this down here like so. We're going to have pretty much complete continuity, and we also have a nice elevated position with which we can shake from. There we go. So some nice water jets. Beautiful. And that is coal. Like crushed coal. So that's not very valuable. But presumably, occasionally, we will get something that is valuable. Deposit a ruby gem. You know what? I will leave this. I will leave this here for now. I'm gonna leave this this open because I want to see what we're gonna get, and it'd be nice to know. Yeah, I think this is exactly what we need to do. It's all working as it should. I guess the chances are just low of it actually being good. Okay. Actually, no. Tell you what, there's another way that I can do this. And it involves a sorter, which I think should be able to squeeze in here. Yep, brilliant. Oops. Get this right in there. No. We don't want to do that. Oh, hold on. Ruby gem coming through. That's just the ticket. I want to put ruby gems to a side. Yeah. What are the we can get diamonds and stuff as well, can't we? Well, you know what? Just let that accumulate. Let that accumulate there. We'll get the ruby gems in a little bit. If we get more coal ore, which I absolutely have more to throw on here. Oh boy. We can do this. Go. Yeah, for stuff like copper. I wonder where copper goes. I wonder where copper goes. Copper really shouldn't be on this belt, and so... Bye-bye. Yeah, just disappear. Just disappear off. Shouldn't be on this belt, shouldn't be on this belt, should be basically nowhere. So that's what we're kind of going to rely on. And I would love some more... Oh, there we go, it's a diamond. Wow, okay, so it turns out that this shaker table kind of slaps. Not going to lie. That's kind of pretty good. Very nice. Well, I'm up to 12,000. I only need another 20,000 in order to make everything... work, cash-wise. But that's fine. That is absolutely fine. Look at this. We're polishing like crazy. I need a few more copper plates. That's fine. I'll probably get a little bit more copper infrastructure set up in just a sec. For now, let's get all of this on here. Now, if I put... Nope. If I put this into a melting pot, I don't know if that's going to make slag. I'd rather not chance it. Working well though. How many polished gems do I have? A good few, actually. I don't have any way to... I don't have any belting setups in mind for this, so I'm just going to walk it down and throw it in here. And that will get me almost halfway towards my quest for polished gems, which is very nice indeed. Very, very nice indeed. Okay, depositing polished gold ingots. That is going to be a problem. Because we currently don't have any gold. We currently don't have... Oh, what did I do? I unlocked the rod extruder. Excellent. We'll purchase the rod extruder, because the rod extruder will be cheaper than the casting furnace. Oh, that's 6,000 though. Maybe we'd... I'll do it. Right. What's the objective for rod extrusion? Rod novice. Deposit a copper rod. Oops. Activate. That's what we want. Where's the quest available? Wow, gold plates. Okay. If that's what's required. Oh. Is there some slag? There must have been. There's another bit of slag. What the heck is coming? What the heck? Where's the slag coming from? I do not understand. Maybe it's copper? What the heck? Yeah, you won't work, I know. What on earth? Yeah, this is super strange. Very annoying, actually. Not sure about that. Ruby gems, yeah, keep on coming with the ruby gems. That's good. We'll make that happen. Copper rods. Let's see how this extruder actually works. Extrudes ingots into rods. So, if we need copper rods, all we really need to do is take this out of here and replace this. Place this down in here. Yeah. And then that'll just get me the ingot. It won't be polished. A polished rod would be a little bit better than an unpolished rod, I suppose, but at least starts the process. Yeah. Nice. It's good. It's good. Is there anything else that I can do that would sort of like speed up production by a lot? The answer to that is I'm not sure. I've got to get more. I think I've just got to get more auto miners. Let's buy another couple of these. Let's buy another couple of lamp poles. I'll buy some scaffolding. There we go. Just buy a little bit more scaffolding so that I've got a sort of rudimentary walkway system. Because I think I need to do... Exploration is a strong word. I don't think I need to do much exploration. I have a fairly good setup going here. Fairly good setup locally. But I could certainly do with a little bit more intel on some of the... sure, replace that. Could do with a little bit of intel on some of the new sources. Yeah, see over here, for example, this is water? What the heck? Okay. This is interesting. I like this. I like this. For sale, 2,500 bucks. Right. Well, that looks goldy, doesn't it? That looks very goldy. And jackhammer. Okay, the jackhammer's fine. Having just used it about a million years after actually unlocking it. Yeah. It's very okay. It's very okay. It's fine. So polished gold plates, we can work towards that. How do I buy this area? How do I buy this area? Can I can destroy a few things. Purchase for 2,500. You know what? Yeah, I will. Let's get this sucker opened up here. So I'm hopeful that this will give me... Ooh. What the heck is this? What the heck is this? Okay, more area down here. What on earth? Diamond, drill bits, and just a little bit of water. Okay, but what about... What about mine locations? Gold ore. Say no more. Coal ore. Well, we don't like coal ore, but a couple of gold ores is good. Anything else up here that we can maybe get some value out of? Iron ore. Yeah, I think the gold ore is probably the next area of interest for us. It's good. It's good. There's a lot of, like... Oh. Is this... That looks big. It looks bigger and beefier. Yeah, I think that's a bigger mine. Copper ore. Okay, there's a copper ore source over here as well, which I think is definitely something that I would like to move forward on. Yeah, okay. I think gold is what it has to be in the short term. Let's look. Let's get this diamond here. There we go. Get you into there. It's looking a lot better. I like the shaker table. To be honest, I think that's a cool bit of kit. Let's get all of this up to here. We only need to get 5 ruby gems, and so makes sense just to keep them going. Just to keep them going. You know what? I will take this, just on the off chance that this thing can also spit out emeralds. There we go. That's good. Okay, keep it coming. Keep it coming. Copper rods we will just get over the course of time. Gold plates, polished gold plates, absolutely not. We will not get polished gold plates. So, how's this looking? This is looking great. Let's go and grab all of this, run it back down to here. I would love some more research tickets, if it's all possible. Don't think that we'll quite have enough in order to make it all work, but we'll be close. So, polished gold ingots. I think for gold, right, we're going to want to get a very, very similar setup as to what we have over here. I think that is going to be the absolute key. I ideally want to be processing gold in, I don't want to say the same quantities that we're able to process iron, because that would be a little bit ridiculous, but I kind of feel like that's a good ambition. I kind of feel like that's a really, really, really great ambition. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I mean, I know that we're going to have steel production to deal with in a little bit, but I feel like I can just kind of pop this together real quick famous last words, but I feel like we can do it. I feel like we can do it. There we go. Input there. Input there. Let's get a few more T-junctions. Yeah. All right. Let me go and sort out the gold situation. Hopefully by that time, we've got the opportunity to get a big old casting furnace. That's going to be kind of nice. Maybe by the time that I get all of this up and running, it will be totally redundant and gold will not need to be cast in the old-fashioned way. But for now, let's roll with it. Let's get more straight conveyors. Let's roll with it. Let's bring the gold back, and then let's see where that takes us. Well, it is up and working. Would you look at that? I've not done any of the infrastructure down at the bottom here, but that's, to be honest, that's gonna be the easy bit, I think. Look at how this is it's all working. It's all working. I mean, it's not a huge amount of gold that we've got coming through here. And a lot of it has actually come off the belt, and that's fine. But I got a little sorter over here. Look at these polished gems, man. It's great. Yeah, so we got the gold basically being sorted out, and I need to make sure that a small bit of gold is also in that bucket, just to make sure that we don't end up contaminating the rest of the slag process, or the rest of the iron process, with a tiny little bit of gold. I've also taken the liberty of connecting up this, which is primarily coal and iron. No, sorry, that one is iron, and then this one is primarily coal. And yeah, so coal and then iron. Okay, fine. Anyway, all of this can now... I don't know what the heck is going to happen with the drill bit, but you know what? We'll just throw that one into the mix. See what the heck happens. That's all now connected. This is all looking good. I've got no issues with any of this setup. It is all looking perfect. It's not a huge amount of gold that we do get from this area, but, I mean, I think it's fine. Sure, throw that into the mix as well. Nice. Yeah, not a huge amount of gold that we get from this process, but I think I think this is an easy buy for us. Maybe not necessarily now, because we're saving up for the big one. The big old casting furnace, but I think in the future it's gonna be a pretty easy buy. There we go. We've got a diamond on here as well. We are getting loads and loads of diamonds, and to be honest, if I throw the polished diamonds into the box, I think we will be you know what, I'll take this with me. I think we will be pretty well, no, we'll be a little bit closer. We'll be a little bit closer to the 30,000 that we need in order to get get me through there and pick this up on the way back. Very nice. Yeah, we'll be a little bit close to the 30,000 that we need in order to make everything work. What about the 5 ruby gems? How about that? Do we have those? We absolutely do have those. I don't, unfortunately, have the ability to polish them at the moment. I mean, I have the ability to. It's just that I need to get them all into here in order to get the objective done. Nice. So that gets me 2 research tickets. I think that's the end of the line there for that research thing, which is okay. Polished gold ingots, polished gold plates. So, do I have another rolling mill? I absolutely categorically do. Let's get another rolling mill here. Let's get this all moved out of the way. It actually looks very satisfying. Let's get this rolled. Let's get these 2 belts. Let's get these 2 belts integrated. No reason not to. Let's go straight forward, straight forward. Hold on, take that. And then straight forward into a ledge so that we only use right angles. Oh, that's a bit of slag there. That's not what I meant to do. Can we... I tell you what, why don't I use my support remover? Yeah, remove my support remover. Remove the support there. And then yoink you out of here. And then that's us made some progress towards the polished gold plates. Perfect. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. And the polished gold ingots, they will just come from here. So let's build this straight forward, straight forward, straight forward, straight forward. And do I have a corner piece on me? I absolutely do. Put that there. Corner piece real quick. Right around there. Perfect. And as long as the polisher doesn't end up getting jammed or anything, we should have no issues making all of this work. Yep, perfect. Okay, I'm going to try and get all of this onto the belt, just on account of the fact that it is gold, and it is actually worth something. But it's looking nice. Now, there are still these machines around the back, but I don't know, they just don't seem to be prioritizing. I guess just the way that sort of things naturally flow. They naturally flow to the edge, and then they naturally flow around. Well, you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm not gonna mess with that at all. I am quite happy just to leave that there. A few more gems and diamonds. Let's run this over real quick. Polished gold ingots. We're pretty much there, actually. Marvelous. Cool. This is looking great. This is looking amazing. We're so close to our casting furnace. Rod expert, deposit copper rods. We're almost there. Iron rods as well. I don't currently have the... Have I... I could make iron rods. I could make iron rods, like, literally right here. I wouldn't hate that. I would not hate that at all. I kind of like that idea, actually. Because this area is, you know, we do still get a little bit of iron coming through here, but it's rare. Not vanishingly rare, but it is rare. So, you know what, I think I need space of 4. So let's take that up. Pick this up here. Get this... Yeah. Just get this into there. Perfect. Was that an ingot, by the way, that wasn't clean? There's still an occasional bit of slag that is getting through here. Oh, that's the iron that I dragged onto the belt. Yeah, sorry, that's my bad. I don't need copper pipes anymore. So that being said, I should probably just leave this in here. They're going to be worth more than... Oops. They're going to be worth more if I just leave that in there. So you know what? That's fine. I realize, of course, that I do have the correct amount of money to make the big old purchase, but I'm not actually going to do it quite yet. Rod extruder. Let's get the rod extruder first. It's fine, because I've got this all set up, and I want to... There we go. I want to get that built, so that we can at least start benefiting from the fact that it is going to take ages. So we need to prioritize... the stuff that is going to take longer. Okay, polished gold ingots. It's coming good. Polished gold plates, also coming good. Man, this is looking fantastic. I think, yeah, I need to do a little bit of a cleanup on aisle 4 here. Let's throw, I guess, this onto the belt here. It's fine. That'll do. I think that we might have a little bit of overflow capacity. That's fine. One quest available. What quest do we currently have that is available? Polished gems. Okay, we will just get that. We will just get that over time. I do still need to manually move. Gems into position, but I think I'm all right with that. We have so few gems anyway. I think since the last time that I played, the gem spawnage rates have been really, really, really reduced to low. Yeah, so I don't think we're really gonna mess around with gems altogether too much. And if we do, then hey, I can move them across manually. That's fine. Okay. Right. Do I need to do anything else? Not really. I think we're all good. We're gonna get the casting machine sorted very, very soon. The polished gold ingots, that will be done as soon as that gold ingot arrives. Amazing. What have we got? Rod extruder, rod expert, pipe roller. Yeah, that's next. We'll get that soon. Steel gears. I am so invested in steel. I really am. Can we get some research? How many research tickets do I have? 6 research tickets. I want to get vertical bulk sorter. Bulk resource sorter. Set the filters by placing objects inside the basket. I'm interested in that. Or overflow splitter. I'm interested in that too. Heavy conveyor blocker. Tier 2 blocker with tall walls. I'm interested in a lot of this. Robot arm grabber. I'm interested in that too. Roller splitter. Splitter chute. I mean, the hopper and splitter chutes, that is kind of good. Wood walls as well. Maybe I should get that. I'll get that. Let's get the ore overflow splitter. The wall merger? Nah. The rapid auto miner, a faster variable rate auto miner that requires a drill bit, which breaks after some time, cannot produce gems. Maybe. I used these last time, and I think they've been tweaked since, but I really didn't rate them. So I'm not going to mess around with that, to be honest. I think the hopper is good. The basic chutes are good. The hatch shoot with a toggleable hatch, maybe. But I think we're going to try and get the vertical bulk sorter. What is the dev stuff? Resource scanner shows you the name of the thing that you're looking at. Cool. Packages items into boxes. Yeah. I would like that. I would like the packager. That'd be really cool. That'd be really cool indeed. Man, we're just not getting enough gold for me to be happy. I feel like we could be doing oh so much better in the gold department. That was a mess. Yeah, hence why I'm trying to throw a few extra resources onto the belt here. Yeah, okay, I think so. Next order of operation that we're gonna get. Oh, this is looking good. Looking good. Next order of operations. We're gonna get casting, and then I think we're gonna fix gold. And by fix gold, I think we're gonna blast open a brand new area. And we're gonna get access to more stuff. Look at all this coming through here. Amazing. We're gonna get this on the belt. Sure. How are we doing for rubies? Yeah, we're doing quite all right, actually. However, oh, good timing. I think we can polish these. There we go. I think we can polish these, and polish them we shall. So these will be able to be polished with the... There we go. Look at how bright they become. And in fact, that's more than half of my polished ruby count. So that's a very, very good place to be. Anyway, yeah, get that all in there. That will easily take me over the required amount of money that we need in order to make the casting furnace purchase. So, how does this work? Let's have a little look. Deposit 20 steel ingots. We also need an ingot casting mold, presumably. Is this something that expires over the course of time? It might be. Let's have a little mess around. So, how does this work? Large furnace with changeable molds. Add coal to the side and iron to the top to create steel. Right. Where do we want to get our iron from? We obviously have got a lot of iron production already in play. We could just remove these. We could just remove these two. Or we could remove these two. How the heck did you get... I'm still figuring out how to... Yeah, purge the nonsense from that. You know what? I kind of favor getting rid of these two. Do you know what I'm going to do? There's coal coming through. How the heck did... Oh, I tell you what. It's probably because it's not set to filter out... this thing is not set to filter out coal. Like little coal. Is it? Is it little coal from here? I think it's little coal from here. That's what I think it is. That's what it is. It's just so vanishingly rare. I say vanishingly rare. In fact, it's impossible. The plot thickens. The plot thickens. I don't know. Is this thing set? This thing's set to little coal. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. Right. Let's pull it. Let's pull it here. Pull it there. So that we can have a little bit of an opportunity to, yeah, redo this area. I realize that we're going to be putting a lot of resource... no, this needs to change, doesn't it? Yeah, this needs to change. I realize that we're going to be putting a lot of resource into the coal furnace. That is by design. I think this is exactly what we want to be doing. The coal furnace? Not the coal furnace. The casting furnace. There we go. Okay. So, we got plenty of space here. Believe it or not, I kind of have a counter for this, which is marvelous. Polished steel ingots. That, dare I suggest, might be possible. Right, let's get this area cleaned up here. Marvelous. And throw it over there. I don't really care if it goes in or not. That's fine. So, what the heck? This is a large area. So... what the heck? Coal goes in there. Yeesh. Okay. Pack. Can we... I really hope we can mirror this. Because otherwise we're going to be in trouble. So coal needs to go in at that side. You know what? It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world if that's the case. Is it full coal or is it more coal required for steel? The good news is, right, we can basically just divert this entire coal belt. Yeah, we can basically divert the entire coal belt. Don't know what we're going to do about this. In fact... Here's an idea. Why don't we just move the conveyor sorter to here. We'll take this, and then we'll just put... You know, take this apart for now. We'll just put coal. We'll put coal and mini coal. Or actually, it should only be mini coal as a resource to be split out here. There we go. Adapt and overcome. That is what I am talking about. Look at that. Entirely new system. How is this going to work being fed on a corner piece? Don't love it personally, but it might just work. Looking good. Okay, so that takes us up to the yellow zone, which is what we like. Next. This is the big one. And in fact, you know what? Let's get some scaffolding out here. I feel like this is a good idea. We're going to be operating up at heights. So, can I just get 2 forward belts? I think that will work. Yep, forward belts, and then a little corner piece. And I think that should be fine. And then, of course, we're going to... maybe I don't have the ability to build here, but we'll certainly try. Oh, lagging quite a lot. Lots and lots of little bits of coal. But I think our system can handle more. Definitely the ore crusher can handle more. Yes, look at this. Look at this, look at this, look at this. It's working perfectly. Okay. Iron, coal, sufficient coal for steel. Amazing. And then what's going to happen? Good thing that I've got my trusty support wrench. What? Okay, so we get... Are these steel ingots? What? These do not look like steel ingots. Oh, do we need... Oh, we need the cast. We need the cast. We need the cast. We need the cast. They're not steel ingots at the moment. Stop. Drop that. Drop that. Drop that. How do I put that in there? Perfect. 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 So this should be a steel ingot now? Amazing. 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 Okay. That is really, really cool. I'm kind of throwing a lot of junk out into here. Yeah, get that in there. We need more. We need more. We need more ingot molds. 2, to be specific. Do these things have wear and tear? I do not know. Wrench, let me in, please. I was gonna say these do not look like ingots, but now they do. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Marvelous. Okay. How are we going to... We're literally just going to build a belt right this way. I was going to say, how are we going to get them into the bin at the end there? We're going to do it this way. There. And a little lip right here, which we should have. Fantastic. That's it. That's actually all that we require. And believe it or not, I think everything else... Look at that. Everything else should continue to operate accordingly. I even think the steel can be polished. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I did get a rogue bit of iron ore on there. So we'll remove that. That looks good to me. Now, hopefully, this will still count as a steel ingot. Yeah, so a polished steel ingot counts as an ingot. Amazing. Wow. Okay, so that is steel production. It is working. It's working like an absolute flippin' dream. We have far and away too much iron here. But to be fair, that's kind of to be expected. Looking so good. Looking so good. This is amazing. Okay. Steel gears are next on the agenda. Let's see. Let's see what we can do with steel gears. Yep. Get this over to the outputs, polish ruby gems. Yeah, I can set up a polishing system for those gems now, and that can be done fairly easily, I think. Get that all in there. Beautiful. Yeah, so the polishing system for said gems will be over here. And we're going to get another polisher. Do I have a polisher? That's a roller. Yeah. This needs to be built. Actually, hold on. Yeah, put that on there. That will filter out most of the weird stuff. And then rebuild that. Then go and grab another polisher. How much are we getting for steel? I hope we're getting a lot for steel. Sure as heck hope we're getting a lot for steel. Pipe roller. I need 14,000 for the pipe roller. Yeah, okay. Polishing machine. Yoink that. Get this into position over here. And the new gems should be ready to go. Okay, let's get this onto here. I'll do this manually. Just so that we can guarantee our quest completion. Okay, so the pipe roller, what did I say the pipe roller was? 14k. That's fine. We can get that done fairly easily. There we go. Marvelous. This will break the polisher, but whatever, I'll throw it in. Or maybe it won't. It polishes my hunk of steel. Wonderful. Lovely polished hunk of steel. And now that is at least 50% of our gem. Whoa. 50% of our gem generation is automated. Yeah, okay, so occasionally there can be like little spurts of resource that end up getting out of control. This is looking so good. We've got plenty of coal coming through. I'm really glad that I've set up all of this additional infrastructure to get coal over the air, because without all of this coal, I do not think that we would be able to make steel. I think we maybe have a little bit too much iron in the top, but that's okay. We have deposited more than enough steel ingots that we need. We need steel gears. How do we get steel gears? Let's have a little look at the quest, shall we? Steel gears in progress. Master of rods. Copper rods, iron rods, gold rods, and steel rods. We're doing that. But yeah, how do I get gears? Oh, the gear casting mold requires 7 material. Yeah, double ingot casting mold, a rare specialty. Sure, let's purchase 2 of these. Let's purchase 2 of these molds then. No real reason not to, I suppose. We've got the ability to eject the molds. Eject mold 1. Yep, pick that up. And put that in there. Whoops. This seems like a problem. There we go, that's good. And then we do eject mold 2. Hold on, can I do this from here? Eject mold 2. Yep, pick you up. And then the gear goes in there. Perfect. And then that just works. And I presume that we can still polish the gears. Yep, we absolutely can. So polished steel gears will count for something. So we've got iron rods coming through now. We still need to transform the steel rods into... we still need to transform the steel rods, but that's okay. We can do that. How's this looking? This is looking fine here as well. Can I get another... We still need to make steel rods and gold rods. And that is maybe going to be a bit of a problem spatially. Do I need more gold? I'm going to get the polished gold plate. The pipe roller, I need 14k for it. Let's go and check out the pipe roller. Sure, let's go and do that. Pipe roller is... Where is it? Here. Machines. Pipe roller. 14k. Bends 2 plates into a pipe. So what type of pipe? What type of pipe? So, steel gear, we're completing that one. Copper pipe. Well, that's perfect, actually. It was plates into pipe, wasn't it? So take that. And then this over here. We actually should have enough space. There we go. that through there. Take this up, take this up, take this up. Let's move that out to the side. Whoops. Move that out to the side there. We'll bring this around here. This is why we kept all this space available. Just saying. This makes sense. Actually, no. Look at that. That works so perfectly. Can I just put that... Oops. Can I put that straight in there? Can we try linking them up together? I don't believe it. I simply don't believe it. So a second plate will be required in order to make this work. And then... Okay, well, that's going the wrong flipping direction. But, I mean, that's good. That's good. That's really good. It rotates. There we go. Oops. How's this going to work? Worked not too badly. Don't particularly want to deal with corners, but we're going to do this because I want to. Hey! Look at that! That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Brilliant. So that is going to be copper pipes. That's cool. Can I put these into here? Does that work? If I squeeze them in? I'm thinking no. Actually, I'm thinking yes. I think it does work. It's a little bit janky, but it kind of does. Nice. Okay, so that's going to be my copper pipe. Purchase the heavy auto miner from the computer shop. Right, let me guess. This is going to be expensive. Vertical bulk sorter I've not got. The ore analyzer I don't need because it's boring. Mining, heavy auto miner is 6,200. You know what? Sure. We'll get the vertical bulk sorter. I would like to see this in action. Ooh. Oh, would you look at that? Okay, so everything just goes in the top and then comes out the bottom. Anything in this crate comes out here. Anything in this crate comes out here. Anything else presumably comes straight out the middle. So that will allow us to sort for 2 inputs. That is really cool. Right, master plates. That's the new one. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Here is the real question. Do I want to completely rework copper? I think I kind of do, you know? Like, copper is fine. But it's fairly easy for us to change, and we also have fairly, like, low amounts of copper, so it's kind of ripe for the opportunity to change. The real question is there another copper source that I can easily get access to? Is there another purchasable area? Still don't know what this is. Curious. Is there another copper area that we can yoink? I think this area looks gold, doesn't it? Looks goldy. It's not super expensive though, so we could take the option and just chance it. I think there was some... Obviously there's copper here. I'm delighted, but I don't think this leads to anywhere. Great news that there's diamonds, but... Yeah, I don't really need that right now. And there's nothing in here, is there, that would allow me to expand. I suppose I could just partially fix some of my copper issues by just getting more of the stuff on the belt. That would be good. Maybe I want the heavy auto miner. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe that's what I need. Deposit 20 iron ore clusters. A cluster breaker. So is that like a... Is that what I destroyed at, like, at the very start with my pickaxe? I think it might be like a little rock formation with 2 or 3 bits of iron in them. Right. Yeah. Let's take this apart. I fundamentally have to rework this. Actually, no. What am I saying? I can't actually rework it because I do not have the money to make another big purchase like this one. Also, I'm not even sure that I have the coal. Do I have the coal throughput? Maybe? Maybe just? It would be a pretty close run thing. Right, let's get the heavy miner. Heavy auto miner. Sure. Purchase that. Let's do it. And oh yeah, this is the heavy auto miner that can only go in certain locations. Cool. Well, maybe this is my copper solution. So, hold on. I can build it up here. Let's have a little look-see. Also, yeah, up there, I think. So I can build this here. So this gets me iron ore clusters, iron ore, and a mystery geode. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, I think it is what I want to do. Oh, look at this. This thing just looks nasty. It's like Mad Max style. This is cool. And yeah, it outputs these clusters. Brilliant. I like that a lot. So, I mean, if I need to deposit 20, we probably just need to let this thing do its thing and then deposit them back in. Like, yeah, just deal with that later. Let's throw this into the belts. There we go. Yeah, I think we probably just need to allow the clusters to produce themselves, and then manually I'll stick them into the basket here. I don't think there's really a better way. I will pick up all of this stuff, and I will put it all into here manually. Great. Wonderful. Lots of gears coming through here. I would like to get a copper... Yeah, I would definitely like to get a casting basin. Whoa. Sizzle my feet off. Would like to get a casting basin. I think that is going to be kind of necessary. And it's probably necessary for gold. Probably netted. I mean, it's just better, isn't it? It's just better. If we can manage the coal, somehow, then we can figure it out. Because copper gears can only be manufactured in this thing. They can't be manufactured in that as part of that process. The copper rods, depositing the copper rods, meh. I don't really care about master rods, master plates. Doesn't really make that much of a difference. Cluster collector, special treasure, rare geodes, coal mogul, mine mogul. So the threading lathe. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is at all. Let's get to make traversal up here just a little bit easier. There we go. That's much better. How many nodes? Oh, that's the mystery geode. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a mystery flippin' geode. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's get this all in. I should be able to just get it in, right? Yeah, these clusters are big. These clusters are really, really big. Why? What's your issue? What's your issue? Oh, you got a bit of a slag rod? More of a slag rod coming through. Why is there slag rod coming through here? I don't see it. I really don't see it. There must be one of the sorters that just doesn't have the ability to detect something. I don't know what it is, but you know what? It doesn't actually matter. It doesn't really make a difference to my life. So, let's get clusters sorted in here. Man, we really need more space. Maybe I get walls. Maybe this is why I need walls. We get walls, and we get them around... Where is it? Buildings, wood stairs, wood walls. Yeah, let's do it. Actually, tell you what. Let's get some roof. Let's get some walls. Or maybe chutes. Maybe we need chutes. Or analyzer. Just buy it so that I can get rid of that little new overlay. Conveyor blocker or overflow splitter. I've not got one of those yet. Chutes. Hopper. Top chute. Bottom chute. Shoot. Sure. Let's do it. Get all this goodness. We got plenty of space in our inventory. Hammer. Yeah, maybe I should have got the hammer earlier. Okay, there's massive contamination here. I don't know what's happening. I don't know where it's coming from, but there is massive contamination coming along. Although every time I come over here, it just doesn't look like there is any... It doesn't look like there's anything wrong. Like, that thing is just going absolutely nuts. But there's nothing wrong. It seems like every time I place a big load of resources on the belt over there, it sort of all feeds through, and eventually something goes wrong, and it bleeds on. Bleeds into something. Yeah, it's a weird one. It's a weird one. Anyway, I don't particularly care. So, what was I going to do? I was going to do... Here's what I was thinking of doing. This is maybe slightly overkill, but if I do this here, and then I need some angled chutes. I'm just thinking, if I'm going to be putting, there we go. If I'm going to be putting stuff into this chute with any degree of regularity, which to be fair, I'm really not going to be doing. But if I get top chutes, bottom chutes, so the top chute goes in here, right? Is that the top chute or is that the bottom chute? Which one's the top one? Top chute. Connecting to conveyors or hoppers. That's it. Yeah, that one. Cool. So that goes in there like so. Then we get an angled chute. Or we get just a regular chute. Cool. Regular chute. And then we get an angled chute. Rotate around there. And we kind of really want to be coming straight down on top, don't we? I think we kind of do. But then we could get a one of these. Look at that. I feel like that wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world. How about that? And then we get ourselves a wall up at the back side here. Will that work? Can it work? We would need to move this lamppost, but that's kind of cool. This is never gonna work. This will never work. It's gonna be it's gonna be an unmitigated disaster, isn't it? I can smell a disaster a mile away, and my nose is going crazy right now. But you know what? In the spirit of in the spirit of testing things, let's test it. Okay, I've got such a large cluster of resources that I actually can't see where the heck I'm going. I need to be getting to. Can I? This is not gonna work. This is not gonna work at all. I need to be getting to this belt over here. Yeah. Fine. Okay. Well, that failed miserably. Let's get inhibited by all of the infrastructure that I've just built. That's completely fine. But that will definitely get me the 20 clusters. I'm pretty sure. As long as they sort of get fed in, that's fine. So, copper ore cluster, coal ore cluster, and then the double ingot casting mold. That's what that unlocks. What did I unlock with this? Sure, I unlocked a cluster breaker. Use its strong jaws to effectively reduce ore clusters and geodes. Okay, yoink. I will buy it. Great. So, the real... Ah. It's not this thing. It's from somewhere up above. From my cluster breaking. So, you do iron ore already. So, if I just get a cluster breaker up here, then that'll work, right? Which one's the cluster breaker? This one. Let's get this one here. So... Right. This is going to be a problem. Fine. Fine. Let's do an immediate up. Sure. And can we... Maybe... Oh, that will work. Oh, that would absolutely work. So where's it come out? Here? I think that'll work perfectly, you know? And then it just spits out a bunch of iron and occasionally like a mystery geode. Okay, well it gives me three bits of copper ore every time it happens, or 3 bits of iron ore every time it happens, so it's not exactly a crazy amount, but it's better than nothing. Okay, good. Get that in there. That in there. Beautiful. And that up there. Look, it's a little bit of extra iron, so, I mean, I don't think we can really complain about it. That's a good amount. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. What is next? The cluster collector. 6 coal ore clusters. Special treasure. That is the polished gear, the polished quartz geode. And then the rare geodes. Threading lathes, threads rods. This machine is very slow. Iron threaded rod, copper rod, deposit polished steel threaded rod. Master of slag, master of copper. Okay, so it's literally just the rods that we really need to do. I mean, research-wise, we've actually had a look at pretty much everything. The robot arm grabber we have yet to have a look at. The smart splitter splits with an automated wiper blade. Oh, that would be kind of cool. I thought I saw the smarter splitter earlier. It did look intriguing. Although that being said, it's like, I think as long as you're kind of sensible with these T-junctions, the way that I've kind of operated this works perfectly. There's like a nice little overflow in these two. This is a really efficient setup. I like this a lot. I'm a really big fan. This really, really does seem to work. It's coming together. I mean, this looks flippin' great. The only thing that we haven't automated in this entire process is the delivery of gems from this polishing machine all the way up to here. And dare I suggest, that might very well be the easiest possible thing to automate. It's just a big old belt from one side of the map to the other. Wow. Okay, we are going to wrap things up right about there. I feel like this map is phenomenal. This is really, really good. All of the buildings, bar the threading lathe, I've now explored. I absolutely love it. I think this is a fantastic game. I think this is really, really good. There is the drills. The heavy auto, not the heavy auto miner, the rapids auto miner that we could unlock. I'm just not that bothered. I don't think. I'm just not that bothered. There's also the various different types of belt, which I'm also just not that bothered about. Maybe I should be. Maybe I'm missing a trick. But I feel like with this, with regular belt, you can just get everything done. And now that we've got a big old steel thing with some lovely hot furnace animations in it. I mean, this just looks so darn good, doesn't it? It can process more. It's got its own molds. You're able to output whatever you want to. The sneaky, like, double ingot thing, that's going to be kind of cool as well. I don't know what that means, but that's nice. The gears, the fact that you can do this with copper, the fact that it now gives you something to do with your coal. I love it. I absolutely love it. Mine Mogul, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't checked it out already, you absolutely should. This is, I mean, one of the fastest moving games that is currently being developed in the automation space. I really, really firmly believe this is going to be one of the greats. It's only been out on Steam for a little while. You should absolutely check it out. It's just a great game. It's a darn great game. And now that you can make steel, it's even better. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching, folks. I've been Orbital Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.